I like to drink and smoke. Take away the pain.
We're ready to go. And we're back. I think we do that every episode. And we're back. It's like, how are we saying that? They're listening.
We left. Most people don't listen to back-to-back episodes. They got some time between.
Oh, everyone listens to every episode.
Yeah.
Liv, welcome to the podcast.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Great. COVID life. Here we are.
Pull this a little closer to the mic.
Closer.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
We go.
So everyone can hear you. You know? You gotta hear that energy.
Yeah, like COVID life. We're here living life.
Yeah.
Well,
Summer's been great.
your COVID life is slowly coming to an end. You have Soul Cycle back.
Soul Cycle. Yesterday was day 1. We're back.
And
And I've already taught 7 classes and my legs are not working from 5 months off the bike. So
that's
so things are good.
Is it literally like you never forget how to ride a bike? Like you get back
It
on
really
it's
is like you like what's the expression like not never forget. What's the expression? It's like it's like riding a bike.
riding a
Literally
bike.
it's like riding a bike. Only there's so many new rules now, like obviously to be like safe, but like for me when I used to teach triples, it's like I can get off the podium and like run around the room and be a hype girl and like jump in people's faces, and now it's like, Liv, you can't get off the podium. Because like you can't be like all the bikes are 6 feet apart and like it's so strategic. There's no like getting off the bike really.
Yeah.
So it's like, like I used to break up those 3 and 4 classes a day by like running around the room, and now it's like, no.
Stay on the bike.
So do you
will
stay and
stay
ride?
on the bike.
Like
I'll like get off and kind of like dance on the podium, but it's like also weird to do that. I'm just like, yeah. I like straddle the bike and stay up there. So it's like weird. Or I like sit on the bike and don't move, which is just like now I'm being lazy. Whereas at least when I would like run around, it was like
You were hiking up the crowd.
Yeah.
So no one really noticed me not riding. Whereas like now it's like, well, you're not pedaling your legs, woman.
Yeah.
So let's go.
it's like you can kind of fake, so when you're tired, you can kind of sneak off and run around a little more. No one really pays attention.
Yeah,
No one's like,
knows.
"Get back on the bike."
We know
Yeah,
you're not
because I'll
riding.
go up to someone's bike and like crank their resistance and be like, "Come on, let's go!" And now it's like, no, like keep going. So yeah, it's good
Oh
times.
man! So now that 6 feet apart, like, was the energy a little different in the classes?
You know what? So we went from having 60 bikes to having 21 bikes, which is pretty drastic. But other studios in the States also had 60 bikes, but the way that their rooms were shaped, like when I was in Texas, Dallas, it opened, they had 14 bikes. They originally did 10, which is 9 bikes, including the instructor, because of like the 10 people in a room rule. And then they got it up to 14, and like they're at max with 14. So like I'm taking the extra 7 bikes, and like honestly, everyone that's there week 1 / anyone that's there right now wants to be there. There's no like new riders right now. It's everybody that's like die hard soul. So we're missing 40 bikes, but like it's so loud in there. Everyone's so fired up, and it's like it's great. It's honestly
Everyone's kind
really
of been
good.
itching to get back. All those
Yes,
like diehard. What do you call
literally.
it? What do they call soul cyclers? Like soulers? Or is it a name for them?
Well, we like soul people are the best people. That's like our hashtag. But just like,
Really?
riders. I don't know. I mean, it's true, but also, no, everyone was really fired up to come back. Like when I posted we were opening, I had like 200 messages of people just being like, "What?" It's like I made a vlog about just like what we're doing, because everyone was like, "What are the safety things? Like, what do I need to know? Like, what's new? What's different?" So I like made a little check out my vlog. Made a little vlog.
Shout out his vlogs.
Do you have to wear a mask when you teach?
So mask in the studio, like on like when you enter, basically until you're clipped in.
Okay.
You wear your mask, and then as soon as you're like locked into your bike, then you can take your mask off. And so same for me.
Yeah,
Once I'm like in there, but it's weird because like I don't know if either of you've ever taken a spin class, but like the setup and all that stuff is pretty challenging if you're new and you're not allowed to come in contact with anyone. So we do these like group setups, which is great, but it's just like it's tough the first couple of times. So I mean, obviously we're doing what we can, and that's what we have to do right now, but it's definitely different.
Yeah. Well, even when I went to LA Fitness.
Yeah.
So when it first opened up, I thought we had to wear masks the whole time.
Right.
So I'm on the Stairmaster here, like first time back on in whatever, 6 months.
5 months, yeah.
And I get on and I'm 10 minutes in and I'm like,
I mean, it's rough
I'm
with
like,
a mask
I didn't have like one of those like thin normals. I had this like, maybe
Heavy
not
duty.
medical grade, but like this thick one. And I'm like, I'm about to die. And I'm watching these people walk around without their masks. And I'm like, I'm killing
I think it's different for every gym though. Because
well,
like,
no, they say while you're actually like at your station working out, you don't have to wear a mask. While you're walking around or between stations, you have to wear it.
because at
least that's what
Equinox,
I've
it's
heard.
the whole time. You cannot take it off. ever.
Really?
I can't work
Yeah,
out.
and then other gyms, once you're in, you're in. It's just like I feel like every place is different.
Yeah.
But yeah, working
I
out
know,
with the
it's
mask.
so
If I was
tough.
gonna have to teach with the mask on, I would have honestly been like, I'll come back. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way. There's absolutely no
I
way.
had to help my brother move like a TV stand today, and the thing was like legit, probably like 250,
Right.
300 pounds.
Yeah.
And we're walking through his hallway, so we have our mask on. I'm dying just moving this TV stand.
And like, I'm not complaining because again, I understand the reasons, but like, even when I'm like at the grocery store and like doing things, I'm like, I can't breathe right
Yeah.
now, which like respectfully, like that we are in a pandemic. So like I
Yeah.
will wear it, but it's tough sometimes. I can't imagine like working out with a mask on.
Never mind, like to tell you how like out of shape I am. I went boxing for the first time a couple days or 2 days ago.
Did you have to wear a mask?
Till I got in, it
Right.
felt like I was wearing a mask the whole time. I could not breathe. And my coach was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like,
Yeah,
"He's like,
yeah.
you like fought a couple months ago. What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I guess I'm in bad shape. If I
Oh
had
my
to wear a
God, you did
mask,
that
I'd
fight.
probably
I
die."
remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
Undefeated.
Want to know? I'd probably get knocked the hell out right now if I fought. But
No, you got
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
The mindset. Come
yeah, it's
on.
true. But yeah, no, like getting back into it, I don't know if I'd be able to do a class like something
It's
like
rough.
soul or like.
Well, that's what
do
I
berries
like.
a
I
lot,
was
stuff like
basically
that.
off the bike. Like we had a bike in Dallas, but like it's so different. I'm not just gonna ride it every day. And then we got to go in a couple times before, but like honestly, I was like super busy last week, so I didn't go in. So first class was like, woo, my first class too. And like I said, it was like I taught 3 that day, and like last night I got home at like 9 and was like straight to bed. I feel like my whole body was just like exhausted because it's also just like it's the workout, but then it's like the energy
The
in the room,
yelling,
the
yeah.
show, the like it's a
Yeah.
whole thing. So it was just like I was like pooped
You're riding
at
like
the
a
end of-
high the whole time, and then once it's
Woo!
done, you're like,
yeah, I
crash.
crashed. Yeah.
How many classes have you taught at Soul in your career? Do you know that number?
Ooh. Oh wow.
There's probably an app that could.
I
tell you
could
that,
probably
yeah.
figure it out, but like, I mean,
lot.
before COVID, I was teaching like 16 a week, and I've been there for it'll be 3 years in September. But it wasn't always that much. When I started, I was at about 10.
Okay, so,
So I would
it at 13.
average it. Yeah.
Rick's not good at math. He's got to.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how to do that on my own. I don't get that.
Okay, wait.
kind of-
While he's looking that up,
Sorry, you said 13 a week and 3 years on
years.
average 13 a week.
Correct.
that's crazy.
2,000 classes.
Okay, but you know what's even wilder?
Okay, well let's take away some holidays.
No, holidays. Are you kidding? We're open 365 days a week. Bet your ass I'm there on Christmas. I'm there on New Year's. Come on.
You literally epitomize
No
Soul
days
Cycle.
off.
Like, you are like stuff. If someone said like, "What is Soul Cycle?" You put a picture of Liv. Like,
Honestly, yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
But that's good. That's good.
It's
With
good.
that brand, like it got flourishes, right? As
good.
people
It's
like you
good.
kind of like
Yeah.
thrive and kind of promote and all
good.
that.
When
I
you
love it.
travel, do you teach at other places?
So unfortunately, just because of visa stuff, when I'm in the States, I can't. I obviously taught there, like training is in New York City, which is awesome. They send you out there. You're out there for like almost 3 months. You have to go. Everyone does the same training.
Wait, sorry. So training for Soul Cycle, they'll send you out for 3 months.
Go like the original location
To
like,
New
like,
York
that's
to
where it
HQ.
started, right? Yeah.
That's where our headquarters is. Yeah.
Wow, the
it's
amount of
wild.
jacked you'd get in 3 months just training.
Oh my god, yeah, but yes, but no. So it's like it's insane amount of riding, but it's also like
Very social.
you're eating so much because you're like, okay, I'm getting on the bike at 9 a.m. and I'm getting off at 5. Like so, like lunch or breakfast was like a burger because it was like I need
Heck
fuel.
yeah.
My God,
I
I'm about
need
to sign up for
fuel.
Soul. Do whatever I want.
But then also too, it's like you're in New York City and like everybody is like similar, not similar, but like big personalities.
yeah.
Like everyone's like, not everyone, but most of you aren't from New York. So it's like you're drinking, you're going out on the
partying.
weekends.
Yeah.
You're like, and I feel like, again, I had like an amazing group and I went at the right time. Like I went in September till like came home in December, end of September to December. So it was like, it was so nice until like October, November. And then we got to like the big like Thanksgiving parade and like Christmas lights and everything out there. It was like, it was the best.
Perfect.
Honestly, like the best.
Did
It
that
was
kind of
good.
like? Were you kind of hooked even before? Like you're like, I know I want to do this.
Oh,
or was
yeah.
that like once you
It's
got
like
there
a
and that whole
whole-
experience?
Yeah. So I used to ride in the States before, like in LA and in Miami a ton. And it was like one of those things where like when I was a flight attendant, once I got hooked with friends in LA, then when I would have layovers, I would like layovers after a while, you're like, okay, I just want to do my own thing. I don't want to like go hang out with the crew. So I would like go to a class and like go to the beach, like have a solo day. And then when I wanted to be an instructor, I was like, I got to do this job. I love it. I love the way I felt after it. And like I grew up like dancing, playing like competitive sports and stuff. So it was like getting to do that and then like give that feeling to someone else. Like I left feeling like so amazing. So to like leave and like be able to be the person that made someone like feel amazing
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
end of a day was like, I wanted to do it, but it was like, you had to be American. And then like fast forward 6 months, I got an email that it was coming to Toronto, but they already had like the instructors because it was like people from the States
Yeah,
coming.
yeah.
So I rode in Toronto when we first opened, and then I actually went to Vancouver to visit my best friend. She lives out there, Hunter. You know her, Megan Hunter.
Yeah.
There we go.
Shout out.
Meg.
Shout out Meg. And Soul Cycle was doing there wasn't one in Vancouver, but they were doing like a pop-up just to gauge like if there was interest there. They taught a class at an Equinox. I took a class. I got scouted to audition. I auditioned.
Wow.
And then the audition process is pretty crazy though. You have to audition, then you have to go through like many rounds of interviews. And then most people like audition a couple times and then you go to New York. But then when you get to New York, you're still not even guaranteed the job. Like,
Wow. It's like
a
someone in
tryout.
my group, like people get eliminated the whole time. And then
I feel like this should be like a reality show.
honestly, it could be. It could be a very
like
cool
like Survivor, Soul
Survivor.
Cycle.
survival of
Copyrighting
the
that.
fittest.
Soul Cycle's gonna take that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trademark it. But that's crazy. Why don't they do that as a show?
They should, honestly. It's
Like,
very
you have so many-
entertaining.
You have good-looking, fit, big personalities.
Correct.
Like,
Coming from
Absolutely.
like all over
Yeah,
now
yeah,
the
yeah.
world, because now we're in like Europe as well, or the UK. We're in London now.
That's so.
But yeah, it was wild, and the audition process is wild. But then you like get through, and it's like you're in New York. And when I say like blood, sweat, and tears, I feel like that sounds so dramatic. But you know, anything you do when you're doing it like full, it's like
100, yeah.
I remember at one point being like, I'm not gonna pass. Like people get sent home. Like they do a ride, and they're like, we
Pack
just
your
don't
bags.
Literally,
Grab your shoes.
It really is like that. Like
Grab
they're
your
like,
seat cover. You're gone.
Correct. They're like, we don't think that you have it, and it's like devastating because you like quit your job. You moved to it's like the most expensive city in the world,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
just like everything's like on
I just
the line.
picture like, you know, one of those reality shows where it's like 3 judges. That's like, okay, well, you know what? Your
That's
riding
literally it.
technique is like, okay, your music selection was killer.
Should have people
but
giving,
you
like,
know
thumbs
what?
up and thumbs down?
I don't know if you have it.
the sound effect, bing, like just like it
Wait,
really is like that.
when you're
truly.
doing your audition though, like, okay, you like have like done classes, so you kind of maybe had an idea of what to expect. Do some people just
You
go
kinda-
and not know, or did you?
yes,
not
yes,
know?
yes. Like they obviously tell you what to expect. They're like pick 2 songs, like one seated, one out of the saddle, and then like you go
Wait,
in.
what were your 2 songs?
Oh
Do you
my
remember?
goodness. Yeah, I do remember. Mambo number 5, because I was like, it's different. It's fun. Like, that's like, everybody knows that song from when you're little.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I did Hot in Here by Nelly, which was like great.
Two
and I, like,
good songs.
Bangers.
Bangers.
Well, 'cause
I
you have
used
to
to
pick
know every
songs.
word to Hot in Here. and
I
used to sing it as
unfortunately
a kid.
still do.
With like a little like
Yeah. The
little
Band-Aid.
bandana. Yeah.
No, Band-Aid. Come
Bandana.
on.
Say bandana.
I don't know why I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
bandana.
But no, it's fun, and then you do it, and it really is like that. There's like judges, but they're just like master, senior instructors, and the whole shebang. But
Yeah,
you moved to New York for 3 months, which was like amazing.
That's awesome.
New
yeah.
York,
Yeah.
amazing.
And do you have like, do you say all stay in like the same like kind of condo
no,
or
you have to
something?
figure out your own accommodation. So it's like, okay, like where I live now in Toronto, which I have tons of space, literally in New York. I was
Yeah,
in
like
Brooklyn.
350 square feet.
My bed touched it would have touched the 4th wall if that meant the door could open, but my
Shut
bed
up.
literally, I'm not kidding. It's like a new level expensive. Like everyone's like, yeah, New York is so expensive. You go visit, it's expensive. But like when you actually look to like rent a place there, it's like, okay, so this is going to be like $2,500 US and
This like little box.
correct.
And you fit a bed, a sink, and a washroom.
Correct.
No,
Literally.
sometimes you don't even have your own washroom. You share a communal washroom. And
Well, I had my own
Real?
washroom. No,
Yeah.
that is a real thing, I
in,
think.
in New York it is.
Really?
Yeah. They're like artist houses and stuff where you have like kind of mini apartments where it's like it's not really a kitchen. You get like a little burner and like a mini. It's like,
Yeah.
but it's like you
Microwave.
want to live there
It's a
in
dorm
New
room,
York.
basically,
So
yeah.
like, yeah. But like wild times. It was.
But like a lot of people, obviously, like soul is like it's soul. It's like the pinnacle of like
Yes.
being a spin instructor. So like
Yeah.
people like
Also, fun fact, like the original like boutique fitness. Now every like type of sport like workout has, but like Soul Cycle was the first like
Really?
boutique fitness.
like group class, like
But like
or,
not
like-
just group class, like where it's like you come, it's like luxurious products in the bathroom,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a full
okay.
experience.
Got it,
Whereas like
yeah.
now a lot of places like have
it's
that.
everywhere pretty much
But it was like the first to do that.
Georgie, what would your 2 songs be?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
If you were auditioning.
That is a
good
good
question.
question.
I was just thinking
okay, but
about it.
also, so not super basic. You want to stand out. This is an audition, but also something that fires you up.
This is
we're
hard.
judging.
Oh, probably okay.
Okay.
One by
right.
Sweeter Sauce
Wait, have
Mafia.
either of you taken a spin class first?
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, I actually have done. So I've done soul.
Well, what the
two
heck is
times.
this?
I not. You know what's funny? I go
Well,
every
what
time I
the
go to
heck
soul.
is
It's not in Toronto.
this?
I've never done soul in Toronto. I've done it like when I've traveled.
All right. Well, I'm on the podcast, so the next step is both of you have to come
for
to
sure.
class.
Actually, I might have done King Street once, maybe
Well,
once.
well, now
or
I'm
maybe you're-
upset.
Anyways, the first actually before I answer this question because I'm like drawing blank right now. I'm gonna skip this. I'll come back to it. My first soul class ever was actually Chicago. It was
Okay.
maybe 2017 or something.
Yeah.
And honestly, I will be perfectly like upfront. I am not a big spin person because
Right.
I need to move. I can't stay in one station.
Yeah.
Like I like it. It's a crazy workout.
Yeah.
But I need to like move stations because I get
feel you.
I get OC or ADD.
Yeah.
But I will say, when I went to that first class, I walked in and they're like, "Who's the first time I'd ever put my hand up?" And I was the front row, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
You were front row.
Rookie
Who
mistake.
did that?
With my sister
Mistake.
and one of our
I'm looking at Soul Cycle Chicago. Who put him there? You see the little
Okay.
like green nude circle? It's like maybe that's not the spot.
Well, I so I was on the side, right? But at the front row, the
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
So it was me, my sister, and a friend. Shout out to Georgia and Christine.
Shout out.
And the guy, it was a guy, and he was like really like nice. Like, whose first time was it me? He's
Yeah,
like, "What's
yeah.
your name?" And I was like, "George." And I was like, I'm in front of like all these people. I'm like, "What the fuck? This is crazy."
Yeah.
But he was so nice, and he was like hyping me up. And he pumped my tires. Like, this is the greatest thing ever. I left.
You're like, I
I'm
can do anything.
I'm like, I'm gonna be an instructor, and I'm like, obviously.
Wow,
never
see,
happened.
there it is.
But I see the
You know,
appeal because
it's never
after I
too
left,
late.
I was like, I could run through this brick wall in front of me right now.
Correct. You do really leave feeling that way.
But then after a while, you do more, and you're like, well, this is hard. It's not as easy. And like,
It's hard. You know what? I
tiring.
always tell people you got to do like at least 3 classes though, because like you get in there, it's overwhelming. You don't know what you're doing. Then all the choreography comes in. Everyone, like not
Yeah.
everyone, but like seemingly everyone is doing it. And you're just like, well, what the hell am I?
Yeah.
Like I look like a Bambi on ice. And then by the time you get to the third one, you're like, okay.
You kind of pick it
I
up.
kind of got it. It's
But-
coordination though. If you don't have coordination though, it's like you.
Yeah.
Like it's
See,
very,
I feel like I do
or like
have
rhythm.
that. And
You can't hear
honestly,
music.
My
'Cause
sister
I
was a
see-
dancer girl. I'm
that
like,
doesn't mean you are.
listen, I got rhythm, okay?
I feel like guys are. It's so funny.
I
Guys
bet
always.
you put me in a class, I will dust Rick.
I can't wait for the follow up when you guys
Oh
come to
my
class.
God.
People always come and they're like, I work out all the time. And then I'm
No,
like
I have-
looking for
I'm
them in the
telling you,
room.
I got
Everyone's
rhythm.
down. They're up. Everyone's up. They're down. Like,
Listen, we'll go to a class, and I'll go front
Deal.
row, and I'll kill it.
I'll bring my
words.
vlogger. I'm bringing my vlogger camera to
We'll be
film.
there, 100%.
Him doing front
No, you
row.
know, so there's one
Front row
move
not
that
missing
gets me.
one beat.
There's one
You
move that
said
gets
it.
me. I won't say which one, but there's one that
Well,
gets
what's the
me.
one?
It's like when you have to do the double time and you go up, like stand up and down. Like I kind of lose track of the pedals a little bit.
So you do miss it.
I do miss a little bit. I'm gonna be listen. No one's perfect.
I think I might be all right to this because when I cycle, I listen to music and I go to the music.
So you've never been to
I've
a-
never been to Soul Cycle.
Oh,
I've done,
you get killed.
I'm going to
I
tell you
can't
my,
wait.
my story. I've told this on this
cannot
podcast
wait.
before.
Okay.
So, if you didn't know, I hate Good Lives.
Okay.
So I used to be with
was
Good
on
Life
a-
forever, and I'm going to put them on blast because they deserve it.
Well, here we go.
Yeah.
We'll buckle up.
So I'm in a good mood right now, though, so I won't go as hard on them today as I did last time. So I did a spin class there once, right?
Right.
And I think I was with my mom, and I'm in there summertime.
Oh,
and
sweet.
I'm in a pissy mood because there's all these little kids working out, and
You're
like,
always in a pissy mood.
at Good Life, I am like literally
Let's
half the
be
time.
clear.
That's why I stopped going there.
Disclaimer.
That's why I left Good Life because every time I'd walk in there, I'd be like,
Why were you so upset
So
there?
in the summer they do teenagers work out for free, which I love. I think it's great. Get people in the gym.
Sure.
But don't just let them roam free.
Yeah. Like
Give them a
daycare,
training
like-
session. Have like somebody watching them. Don't just, hey guys, you know what? Come here and destroy your bodies. Like, no, that's not what
Right,
working out
right.
and staying fit's about. So whatever, I'm cheese. I'm
not
doing
what
my
staying
class.
fit's all about.
Me and Elaine, right? We're ready to rock and roll. So I get on the bike. No, I don't go front row. I usually stay at the back, right? Just in case I'm having a bad day and I get
Cool kids sit
I'm
at the
getting
back, I
dummied.
get
No
it.
one's watching me.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
taking
yeah.
my break.
Gotta embrace it, buddy.
We get it.
So this trainer comes up, bigger dude. So we start cycling, and I'm going, and this guy's like just not a good instructor. But you know what?
That's sorry. Just a pause. That kills a lot
Crucial.
of classes.
Oh,
I've
for
had
sure.
some, not at Soul. At other places that I've had bad instructors. I continue. I'll tell you my
you
number one
have to
pet
be
peeve.
ready.
after.
Yeah.
So we're going, and this bigger dude keeps getting off, and like if you get off to run around and like hype me up, I'm like fired up.
Yeah.
Because like I feed off that shit.
Well, I mean, we can't do that now, but
yeah,
yes,
you can't do that now. But like in the
hypothetically.
past, like get around,
Yeah,
run
yeah.
around. And, you know, like one of the things that boutique places do, they always remember your name.
Yes.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
one of like the first things. Remember their name.
Yes.
George, you keep going. George,
Like
you
I
got
said
this.
my name
You
every
don't even-
the whole
you
class. I
don't
was like,
even
this
look-
guy's my new best
Yeah,
friend.
you're like,
Let's
yes.
to make you feel good. So whatever. Good Life, they don't do that. And I get it because they see a million different faces and whatever.
Sure.
So this dude's going around like I'm not fired up. And at one point he comes up to me and he's like, go, push it harder. And I'm like wearing a tank top or something. I'm sweating. He's like, what, you think you're jacked? Keep going. Push it harder. I'm like, you fucking get on the bike and you push it harder, Lee. I didn't say it in those words.
And
but
you're like-
I was about to read this dude. I'm like, yo, I know you're taking a break because I'm watching you struggle. Like you can't even
Correct.
talk right now. You're out of breath.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
come in and tell me to push it? No, bro, you get back on the bike. You push
You
it.
get on the bike. You
Yeah,
push
man, I was
it.
so I was so
He's
cheap.
pissed.
But anyway, so I actually don't mind spin classes.
So you
The
had a
only
great
problem I have is
experience.
my butt hurts at the end of it.
So yes.
Like not like
that literally
not
again,
like my glutes
no,
and like
no,
my
it's
actual
like
butt
the
muscles.
like yeah,
it's
yeah,
from
yeah.
sitting down on it.
But once
Yeah.
you, it's like literally like when you ride a bike after not riding one for a
Yeah.
long time. Same thing. Once you like go to people are always like, can you just not feel anything down there anymore? Like, no, just your muscles get used to it. They're like 16 classes a week. Girl can't walk. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
I got my
No.
bike shorts now, so I'm good. I got
No,
my
those
little
shorts
padding.
don't do anything.
Oh, when you go on like
they
2-3
do.
hour bike ride. Oh man, you definitely notice them.
But I feel like doing an hour, like maybe you probably burn more calories than a 2 hour biker, but I feel like trying to do soul for an hour is a more like cardio. What's the word? Cardiovascular, like aerobic.
Yeah,
workout?
yeah.
Well, it all
Yeah,
depends.
'cause it's like there's a
times I feel
different
like
way
I'm gonna
that-
pass out in that room.
completely
Yes,
they're
correct.
completely different.
Yeah,
classes.
yeah, yeah. You're never
Like,
doing any of
like-
it, like something that you would do in a class. Like,
yeah, like picture
on
it's like a
the trail.
sprint workout versus a long distance
Yo,
run.
yeah, no,
right?
for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
when I'm on my bike, I'll rip like 2-3 hour bike rides, like 50, 70, 80 kilometers.
Right.
But you're taking your sweet time. Like, you know, you're just
Yeah,
on
it's like-
hot. You're on
like
like
not a
flat,
leisurely thing,
Yeah,
but
you're
you're
on
just
a
kinda
flat
like-
thing most
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm so psyched. You're probably like, hey, we're going up a hill. Everyone turn that climb. Stand up.
You know what that
Wow, you
reminds
could
me of?
really like maybe.
Oh man,
be a
I could definitely be a fitness instructor. Maybe not soul.
You're
but
not
a
core enough to do two things at once. You can hype people up.
Are
You
you
couldn't
kidding?
ride.
You-
I
You
could
think
do
you could ride and yell and hype people up?
Are you kidding? For
You
sure.
can't even
Are
ride.
you kidding for sure?
Yeah, I could for sure.
Wow, we got a lot of
Maybe
things.
not
Wow, we're
to-
gonna have to do a bet here.
Yeah, we got a lot
Yeah.
of things that we're
Okay,
betting on.
No, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to
Not
Soul one
missing
day.
a beat.
We're both gonna go front row, and at the end, Liv's gonna give the thumbs up or thumbs down. She's gonna.
I'll
judge
get
us.
the judging signs out. Yeah, maybe a scorecard.
You asked the question before the two songs. I
Two
still
songs.
don't have mine, so I'm gonna ask
Do
you.
you have yours?
Mine. I'm terrible with music. I just listen to the same like 6 songs.
Kind
over
of.
and
Oh, wow,
over.
okay.
So right now, my
So right now, my
So right
six
now, if
are-
my audition was today, it'd be Georgie will probably get these right off the bat. And I'm gonna play them instead of trying to sing them.
Wow. Okay.
Love Tonight, number 1. Oh, this is a good song, but you can't
What
even
song
write
is
it.
it?
It's a Brazilian like house song. It's pretty good. Okay.
Oh
It's
yeah.
called I like A-I-A-I.
Okay. Okay.
It's coming up.
This is like
Ready for the drop.
It's like 3.
All right, everybody,
2,
get up!
1.
Let's go!
This would be like a hill, like
Okay, this
speeding.
could be fun.
Yeah.
There you go, Liv. You're
Wow,
welcome.
I'll remember this for when you guys
Okay.
come.
So,
Get you
and then the
fired
other
up.
one would be Love
It's
Tonight. Yeah.
basic, yeah.
What's
everyone
Love
listens to
Tonight?
that now. I think you got it. I think, well, we know we got everyone on that song. But
What's Love Tonight? I don't know.
good song.
Do I know it? Who's it by?
I don't know. It's
Shout.
Shout. It's like some weird French song, but it's sick.
Wow.
Actually, this would be a good one for a spin class. It's like this is like the build up, get all the drop now.
Yeah, like let's get to it.
It's like very like deep.
Wait, is it in French?
No, it's English.
No, you said French song.
It's like Fresh
a French
House.
producer.
Oh, okay. okay.
French
It's like-
house.
Sorry, okay.
House
Yeah,
music.
this.
House.
What,
So
are
those
your,
are-
what are your
those would be
go-tos?
my
Like,
two
what's like your
songs.
like one now that you have to play, or does it change always?
I mean, I teach so many classes. I can't have go-tos like the same song because people come. Like I have some riders that come. Like I teach 3 times and they're like, "Well, we'll see you 3 times today." And I'm like,
up.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah.
time out. Wouldn't that be like sick if you had your one song and it had your same choreo to that song every
Well,
time,
I have
and
like
everyone
a-
hears that song like that's Liv's song. Let's
okay,
go.
I do.
All
okay,
right, we're
okay,
getting
okay.
up at the
I
beat.
have one song then, but it's more like it's a song. It's like if you were to make like a Soul Cycle cheat sheet of like how to have a badass class. It's like a classic. Like it's called "Kill the Lights." There's a remix to it, and it's like now you know
I feel like that's by, like,
my
Kesha or
birthday or like the first class back yesterday. Like everyone knows like. My like anniversary at Soul Cycle, like kill the lights, the confetti guns, it's all happening. That's
They have confetti guns.
I have confetti guns.
I never seen
Not
that. I
they.
never got that.
Because you
Not
never
they.
came to my
Oh,
class.
okay,
Not
okay,
they.
okay.
Not they,
I
not
literally
they.
always like clear out the confetti guns at the party store.
Really?
Yeah, I love a confetti
That's
gun
hype.
moment.
Okay, we definitely
Yes,
gotta do one of Liv
I've got
classes.
party lights that like I literally like take the remote home with me because I'm like these aren't for the instructors. These are my lights I purchased. I put them on the wall. These
Wait,
are
what?
mine.
So you put the lights up on the wall, like legit.
Oh yeah,
you.
every
See, I was
instructor
right.
you
You are
can
Soul
do
Cycle.
like extra things and like you know like you can make your own spin on things and yeah I've got extra lights, I've got confetti guns, I've got theme rides.
So you know what's so funny? We had Maddie on, Maddie Sumaris. So Maddie Unique, if you from Instagram.
Oh, okay, I think I know.
So he works in the hospitality industry, and we
Right.
talk about like the customer experience.
Right.
And that
Gonna bring him
is-
back.
That is the customer experience right here. We
Yeah.
talk about the special lights, the confetti gun, the stuff
Yeah.
that you are doing specifically.
Yes.
And like
Yeah.
you think about that. What makes something special
for sure.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
Because that goes to the thing, like I said earlier, like a bad instructor will ruin a class.
Oh,
and I've
correct.
had a
Yeah.
couple bad
Man, I
spin
wish I knew that
instructors.
guy's
won't
name.
say-
I would call him out right now.
I wish I knew him, but spin instructor.
You
was
get
good,
back
like-
on the
He needs to go to Seoul, New York, get trained as a good audition.
Yeah, right.
Nah.
But
Thumbs down right off the bat.
There's a couple that I've been to, like I won't say names, and I've been in these classes, and like
Yeah.
and you go to the 6 a.m. You're like fired up, and
Yeah,
start
yeah,
my
yeah.
day, and this instructor's just like,
I
it's
know,
been a
it's
couple
make or
times, and they're
break.
so bad. They're either like just. They like the worst thing is when the mic is too close to the mouth and you hear the breathing and like
Yeah.
I hate that.
Correct.
I hate that.
It shouldn't happen. That's
No.
not a thing. Also.
No. When they train you, they teach like obviously like all of
Everything.
these things are
Yep,
like
yep. All the like backup stuff. We get like vocal training on how to like scream and project, but not like strain.
Teach
like,
you how to
everything.
smile while you're dying.
Correct. That's literally everyone's like
it's so
3
true.
months though. Like, what could you possibly be doing for 3 months? And you're like, it sounds kind of crazy, but by the end, I was like, I'm not ready yet. But literally, it's like how to like teach 4 classes a day, like maybe with a hangover and maybe like you know what I mean, where it's like you are equipped, you are equipped for like everything, like just like all the
You had 6 sangrias the night before, 9 a.m.
Yeah,
class.
yeah, 9
How do
a.m.
you
They actually
prepare?
teach you how to do that. Like,
Okay,
No,
Pepto
but I mean,
Bismol.
they prep
not
you.
actually, but I feel like if you're gonna throw like 20 something people in like one of the most like bumping cities in the world, like what do you think we're gonna
Yeah,
do? Like
true,
we're going
true.
out, we're meeting, like everybody's like new to the city, new to meeting each other, like social people, like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they like know what they're doing, and so I feel like in that the 3 months definitely prepares you for
like, what to
everything.
expect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm just
I got-
thinking?
okay,
Sorry to
go
cut
ahead,
you
go
off.
ahead.
You know that movie with Denzel Washington where he's a pilot and he's like,
Yeah, flight.
and he's super messed up, and like the dude
The guy
comes in here, he's
comes
like,
in.
all right, this is what we got to do. Boom, 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 boom.
Goodness.
Correct.
Gives him
His,
everything, and that's him
goodness,
getting on the
dude.
like. That's
Yeah.
what I picture, like hungover, boom.
I would
Well,
not teach
it's
up
hap-
like
yeah,
yeah.
it's happened a couple times.
But you wouldn't even wake up.
Well, I've also for the last 3 years taught at like Saturday 8 a.m., Sunday 8 a.m. So like, like you know what I mean? It's like obviously there's never been a time where I haven't gone out the night before.
Liv's still in like makeup from the night before. Like,
Hey guys, hey,
hey guys.
that's one of those days I'm not clipping in very
Weren't
much.
you
I'm
here
like,
at 4 p.m.
yeah,
last
I'm
just finished class in that same outfit? No.
Well, I've seen people out and they're like, "Don't you teach at 8?" And I'm like,
Liv,
"You're
weren't you-
signed up for class. Like, I'll see you there."
It's like, weren't you at Trinity yesterday?
Wait, can I ask? 'Cause I don't even know if I'm allowed to ask this. Have you ever seen anybody like super hungover? They've puked in a class.
I've never seen someone puke in my class, but I've seen people come like so hungover where they're like, I have to leave. Like where they're just like,
Oh, they just sit.
Love
they're just,
you, Liv,
They're just like pedaling slow.
I gotta
like,
go.
milking
Yeah,
it.
just like head down, just like you go over. I'm like, you good? And they're like,
Yeah, but I respect that though, because you sign up, you show
yeah.
up.
Well,
End of
also
story.
if you don't show up, you're like $35 out.
No.
Yeah.
Like you're going.
Yeah.
You're going.
See, George will bail.
I've bailed on a few.
Like you bailed on golf the other day.
No, but just like yeah, when
And it
you're
was
like
at 5
feeling
p.m.
rough.
It was literally 5 p.m.
5 p.m. Like, what were you doing the night before?
It was a rough weekend. I have not. That was actually the first night of a 3-night weekend, which I have not done in like I don't even know how long. But yeah, it was
wow.
5 p.m. golf and I built. So just imagine if I had like an 8 a.m. class.
See,
No,
I'm,
no.
I'm the opposite. If I
Zero.
pay, even if it's $5, I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
bailing.
going.
Yeah, I'm
well,
going.
great. We love the commitment. We love it. We're here.
I'll
for
be
it.
miserable and I'll barely pedal.
Well, I'm
I'll be
finding
the dude
like,
in
a
the
little bit
back
of like,
like
a common
dying.
thing here with like working out and being miserable. It's like pretty consistent.
No, actually, I enjoy working out. It like
Well,
makes me
great.
very happy.
Where do you work out where you're happy? I need to.
Oh, big shout out to Lifetime Fitness. Love you guys.
Lifetime,
We're back
okay, yeah.
open again. They get a big shout out.
Wow.
Wait, they're open again? They weren't
yeah,
open.
No,
hey,
they
wait.
opened
Do you go
last
to the
week
one?
in Vaughan, but I do Mississauga too. I just don't like it as much.
That's so far from you living down here, though.
Well, I also work in Brampton. My parents live in Vaughan, so it's
Well,
not
there we
too
go.
bad. It's
All
kind
right.
of en
Where
route
in
downtown. Kleinberg.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool,
We might be
cool.
having a pals party. Who knows?
Oh, announcing it
So
early.
we're not announcing it yet.
I didn't even know he was going to announce
We're
this.
just
but yeah,
no,
we might
we're
be
just
throwing,
teasing. So we might
throwing a
live
pals
if we do.
party.
You will obviously be invited.
Wow,
all
thank you
guests,
so
all
much.
guests,
Well,
and
wow.
serious
We were really
listeners.
just throwing it out there. Just might as well tell everyone about the
No,
party.
no, we
then.
have.
Like,
It's not. It's
just
still,
say the address on here on the channel.
We had this idea last night or whatever. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
came up with
last
it.
night.
Yeah.
So
More
we'll
news to
save
come,
that.
more news
But
to
yeah,
come.
so I actually
Oh,
really
wow.
enjoy working out. Like it's my
Right.
zen. It's my me
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
I
yeah.
plug in my music. I don't work out with people. I work out solo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't make friends when I work out. I
Right.
have my couple people you bump into. Hey man, what's up? And like
Hey.
I try and make friends with the really jacked dudes. So I'm like, yo man, you need a spot? I got you. Other than that, I'm
You're
good.
like, you can't carry what I'm spot. You can't spot me with the really jack guys.
I'll just motivate. You got this, bro. Come on.
Rick is one of those guys though. Like he's like, if you don't follow proper gym etiquette,
Oh.
calls you out.
Right,
Like,
right.
He just looks
All
you
right.
around the gym to call
Another
out.
rant
Right,
coming up.
right. Here we go.
So-
I know.
Right.
I know what this is too. I bet.
So there, I have a bunch actually. So one, Wipe down your
I've
machine.
gotta-
How much time you
Which
got?
one you
Well, we're
want to
good.
hear?
We got lots of time here. We're only 30 minutes in.
Oh, it was a figure of speech, but
Yeah.
sure.
So we've got. If you don't wipe down your equipment, that's just one like just disgusting. And now
I mean,
if there's
yeah.
one good thing to come out of COVID is that everybody's wiping down everything 24/7.
Well, it's kind of weird. Some of the new things that places are coming out with, I'm like, why wasn't that being done before?
Yeah.
Where
Well,
it's
like,
like,
again, you can't
I
have
was
a
wipe
spray can
everything.
business and I
It's
can
like,
tell you some stories, but yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting. So that's one. Two, you don't take 30 weights. Like you're not doing a
Yeah,
super
yeah, yeah.
drop
I
set,
definitely do
super
that.
set. You just like take the 2. If you need 2, that's fine. Like
Yeah.
great, right? Then it's like don't just sit there and just get in the way of people like trying to work out. It's like, hey man, you done with that? It's like what? Like I literally just picked this up. I just sat down. Like,
right.
All right. Let me
Just
know
like
when you're done.
social awareness. I
Yeah,
feel like that's
like-
just also people
Yeah.
just being dumb.
Yeah,
Like,
there's so many little things, but yeah,
We could
it's-
sit here for an entire episode and listen to you rant.
I
about
could.
your
It
gym.
just have
rants.
common sense. Too,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, don't use an upper locker for just a sweater.
correct.
Put it in the bottom locker or hang it. Like, don't
Whoa,
use
wow.
a good prime.
Wow, we're fired
Yeah.
up. Don't you dare
Oh.
use an upper
Yo, so
locker
you know what? This- I'm
or
going
just
back in on-
a sweater.
So I went in on Good Life, LA Fitness. You're like,
Jesus
you're
Christ.
just about there. And our buddy Taylor
get comfortable
MacArthur
here 'cause I
Okay.
works for LA Fitness in the States. So I
Okay.
try not to go too hard on them. And
Okay,
Taylor, if
we're
you're
giving him a
listening,
little
I love you,
break.
buddy.
Way to just throw him under the bus and just
No,
now
it's in
going
the
to
States. It's completely different.
Hey, here's your career. We're not going to dig into it too much.
He's good down in the
but-
States. And LA Fitness in the States and the one in the East End is very good. But the one in Brampton, so people go and they'll literally leave a sweater in there for like a week. And I'll tell the
Wow.
staff, like, hey guys, the same sweater's been in the same like locker all week long. Would you mind just taking it out?
The
putting
front
it lost
desk
it
is
down?
like, I've had enough of this guy. He's been complaining about the sweater
They
in locker
They
39.
probably leave it on purpose.
So it's
One of the
sometimes-
staff.
again?
Yeah. He's going to come back.
I gave him like a 2-star on Google. I went back and I reviewed it to a 1
wow.
just because of these little things.
Also,
That's probably
the
why they
Google
don't
review.
listen to you.
The Google review. They
Oh,
see
he's a
your
big
name.
reviewer.
Just,
Like,
Oh.
I mean, honestly, I really give
Massive.
credit to people that leave reviews because everybody looks at reviews, but
you.
also
Everyone does.
it's like,
I think I've left the Soul Cycle review. It's not. This
Yo,
one.
Liv, I got you. Don't worry.
Thank
It's coming
you.
right up. And I'm like a certified reviewer too, like level
you're-
6. so-
okay.
Actually,
wow.
a certified reviewer.
Like Google's like sends me like stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit. I got
Wow.
you. Coming
All
right
right,
up.
I left a review once and I made like a fake name because I felt nervous about the gym that I was. One Health
Oh,
in
no.
like
Go
Port
in.
Credit.
Oh,
they,
yeah,
like,
yeah, I know One Health.
Wouldn't let me
What's
cancel
going
my
on?
membership. It was like I was moving to Vancouver and they were like, send us your birth certificate. Your like all these things where I was like, what? Like I want to cancel my. It was just like such a hassle. And then they wouldn't call me back. And I felt like it was like, you guys just aren't calling me back so that I can't cancel my membership. Anyways, I left a terrible review, but I felt almost bad doing it. So I like made this like weird other name where I was like, horrible customer service. They were terrible people. Because I feel like those things come around. Like one day I'm
Yeah.
going to have an off day and then that girl's going to be like at my job and she's
No.
going to be like,
Well, I
but
usually,
also like what? That's the thing though. But like then how would they like? If
How
you
do they
call
get
them out,
better?
They might get back to you and say, "Oh, sorry, we didn't
Right,
realize,"
right,
because
right.
upper management wouldn't know that they're not getting the calls.
yeah.
So one
So
thing-
what if you could have canceled?
Really,
it? What if
reviews
they
are
would've called-
great. I
you,
really
you
do
have to
respect
give a
people that
venue
do
a
them.
second chance though. Like
Well.
anytime like I'm about to give a bad review, I'll legit like I'll be vocal about it. If my food sucks, I'll be
Yeah.
like, hey, not for nothing. Like, they'll be like, how was your food? I'm like, it was okay, just okay.
So I feel like
oh,
I'm
you know what?
really-
Here's
yeah.
extra fries or something. Like, make it up to me.
I
Like,
feel like I'm really honest in the
like, I gave
food
LA Fitness a
environment
lot of chances.
because I literally worked. I like served and like bartended for like 5 years. So I feel like I'm a lot tougher when it comes to service when I'm like at a restaurant because I'm just like, I get it, but you can communicate like you're busy or you know what I mean. Like same thing.
Yeah.
Like make it up to me if you're gonna
The
be
kitchen's-
shit.
the kitchen's
yeah. If you're gonna
slammed
be
today.
shit, just like come and say that instead of just like
Yeah.
when you sit someone and somewhere doesn't come like something. No one comes over for like
My water's
20
been
minutes
empty
and
for
you're like
7 minutes, like-
hey, I'm like here to spend money. Like
yeah, that's a big pet peeve. But enough about Ricky's rants.
yeah.
I wanted to ask a question
Ricky's
for like 10
rants.
minutes that I've just been
No.
sitting on. I
he's
was
like,
it's
when's
a very
my turn?
basic-
When's my window?
It was a
Yeah.
very basic question. I wanted to ask
Well,
you
here
about
we
New
are.
York.
Well,
what
what
was
do
your
you
favorite part about New York besides the soul stuff?
Like outside of Soul Cycle.
yeah.
I
Something you
mean,
discovered or like something that was
the
really cool.
restaurants are all amazing out there. Or like, I mean, I go not now, but like last summer, I feel like I lived in New York. My like very close friend from training lives out there, so I visit him quite often, and he is amazing. He kills it at Soul Cycle.
What's his name?
Give
Give
him a shout out.
Cam, love you, Bill.
Damn.
And I feel like last summer we like just like New York is such a different vibe than anywhere else in the world, and like I feel like it's cheesy to say that, but it's so
There's
different.
so many different neighborhoods too, and like each
It's a-
neighborhood is very different too.
It's the
right?
best. So
Could you live in New York?
Yes, I would live there in a heartbeat. Like I tried to.
You
move
just get
there
a little
last-
bit of a bigger home this time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know how. Like, what's the salary? What job do I have? Because I don't know. I don't know if my Soul Cycle salary is going to cut to the type of place I want to live in. But here we are.
Okay.
Favorite? You said restaurants were amazing. Favorite restaurant in New York?
Ooh, oh.
Are you vegan, vegetarian, or anything?
No. I feel like vegan and vegetarian, like, not no disrespect, but like I feel like those places I always get like leave with like a really bad tummy because they like fill you with other things. They're like, well, here's this tofu that's like so much soy.
That's
and
really
crap.
interesting. I've noticed that one.
Anytime
I'm
I
not
go
gonna
to
say
a-
where, but I ordered vegan food recently, like a
Yeah,
vegan
yeah,
salad.
yeah, me too.
And after
I
I was
always-
like, I don't feel great.
No.
I don't feel very like not satisfied.
No, I don't
felt,
feel
like,
good at
queasy.
all.
No, I love it.
And
The
I'm
only
not a
thing-
picky eater. I just
The
thought
only
it
thing
was
that gets me is Beyond Meat. Like I enjoy it, but I always get
Okay.
heartburn after. Mind you, I get heartburn after.
Yeah,
over
I
everything.
don't love
Pepto
the-
and Tums. We're still waiting for that sponsorship, by the way.
weird. What do you mean? Wait, we
Shout
never
out
said
Pep.
we never shut them out.
Well, shout them out. Tell them what you
Tums?
need. Manifest
We
it. Tell
Never shut out
them.
Tums.
Lots of times.
Do you have stomach
Bro.
aches?
I have like a really like bad stomach.
So do I. It's not great.
I go out with Tums.
Yeah. I
Like,
just go
I
out.
remember
I go
I-
out in pain, like 90% of the time. I'm
I'll
just
bring
like,
my Tums out with me, and like we'll get to the club, and I'll pull out like what's in your pocket. And I'll pull it out the
drugs.
No, like it's Tums. They're like,
Tums.
oh yeah, it makes sense.
They're like, what's that? You're like,
we were in
it's a
Ibiza.
Pepto Bismol tablet.
We're literally in Ibiza, and I came out with like Pepto or something, like the Pepto, the little pink pills.
Yeah.
And we walk in like, what's happening? Oh, it's like for my stomach, Tums, Pepto. I'm like, oh, that's fine, no problem. Like,
Like, yeah.
could easily look like
Sure,
drugs.
head
right?
on
Like,
in. Wow. Okay, favorite restaurant in New York. I feel like I'm blanking on names right now because it's been a year. I don't know, but there's a ton. Like my
What's
restaurant
your? Sorry.
cuisine. Is that the
Yeah.
next question?
Wow.
Okay, Italian
Okay,
for
okay,
sure.
okay.
Um.
Are you the pizza or pasta?
Ooh, I can't. I honestly I don't have an
You have
answer
to
for
order
you.
one thing right now.
Oh, right now in this moment, I feel like I'd say pasta, but also
what
like
kind?
I'm like a
Very
good.
specific.
I'm like
No,
a
because-
no, like I'm like a classic like spaghetti and meatballs like hits every time.
What kind of sauce?
Like red sauce.
That's it, red pepper.
But also like I have pizza, like Pizza Nova, shout out. Like
We need
my
that
like
sponsorship, man. I could get a pizza sponsorship any day.
Pizza Nova is like my like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best. Well, it's the best like chain
correct.
pizza in the city.
Yes.
I'd agree.
Can't wait. Then let's just keep this going. Best non-chain pizza, like boutique pizza. What
The
you call
Liordi
it?
Estate.
Is that a thing?
His
I know.
mom
I'm
makes
saying
his
like
mom makes a
they make
pretty
amazing
mean
pizza. Your
I
family?
did too.
I
I,
know.
I was
me
tossing the
too.
pizzas all weekend or all Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, killer.
Have you had the pizza at Parlor on King Street? The
Yeah.
gold
Shout
member
out Ollie.
pizza. Is that your friend?
Ollie.
yeah.
The gold
Ollie
member
won't listen.
pizza is like life changing.
Really?
Like we'll eat 7 days a week for sure.
Okay.
That's a big shout out right there.
It is a
7
big shout
days
out, but
a-
also like Pizza
I'm
Nova,
really-
you're my fave forever. I love you forever and ever.
I'm really hungry right now. I'm like,
Same. I'm like, wait, so
Yeah.
we're ordering pizza. Okay, cool.
That's it.
Great.
Well, if we knew ahead of time, we would. We're
Yeah.
good. We're very good.
I
hosts
should have
of this.
ordered food
Well-
before, run before this. I'm dying right now. I feel like I'm gonna
That's
pass
it.
out.
Are you
Go
done
ahead.
with New York?
Well, yeah, I was gonna kind of like go to
Pizza,
travel
pasta,
now.
Okay, we love
travel. We
travel.
love
Yeah.
travel.
Do you have a question you want to ask?
No, I was gonna switch back to liver beans.
Well, here we are,
We got like
fitness.
we're at a crossroads. We
I
go
know we're like
fitness,
food, travel,
fitness, food,
workout, travel.
Yeah, I was.
Hit him, Rick. I asked my question.
Liver beans.
Liver bean.
I've been following on Instagram, and I think
Here
it's
I am.
awesome. And I see the towels and
the water bottles,
Yeah,
the bags, We're
everything.
here.
I love it.
We got
How did
merch.
it start? And where'd you come up with the name? Because I love it too.
Okay, so
Liver beans. And like
Liver
I remember watching the
beans.
Instagram videos, and you have the beans. And I'm like, that's fucking genius.
well,
Oh,
okay,
shit.
so it started. Obviously, COVID happened, and then it was like, I'm not coming home. What am I gonna do? I was seeing all these different people doing like online workouts, which at the beginning I was like, I don't really know if I'm like, I don't really want to be teaching like a full workout. And then at Soul Cycle, we do these little like 7-minute arm series in the middle of class. So I was like, you know what? That'd be super fun. Little did I know, like I thought I would be doing it for a week and a half. Like when COVID started, and it was like, yeah, like we're locked down. This is gonna be fun for 2 weeks. And then it was like, ah.
Here I am.
See, yeah, this is
Surprise.
life now. But no, so I was like, I'm gonna do a little arm series like every day at 1, and it was kind of like a funny thing for the first couple days. And I was like, hey, what's the hashtag? What are we gonna name it? And most people didn't have weights at the time. That was when like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like everything on Amazon, like there was
Sold
like
out.
no at-home fitness equipment
Nothing.
like ever, because everyone
Gone
was like,
instantly.
well, we're locked in. So everyone was doing it with cans, and I was like, what do I do? And then some of my girlfriends call me like Livy Beans, and some of my friends call me Liver. And then someone was like, what about like Liver Beans? Because like cans and
Who was the friend that came up with it? We got this is a big
Ugh.
shout out coming up.
No, because so the original name came from like one of my girlfriends, like Livy Bean, like that name.
Livy
and then
Bean,
Liver
okay.
Bean, I mean, I could check the post. You
Nah,
want me
it's-
to- like I could check the post, but I feel like it was my friend Austin who like shout out Austin, great guy, who came up with that name. But yeah, now here we are. And then Liver Beans like grew into, everyone was like asking me to kind of do more things. So on Instagram Live, I was doing like little mini like 7-minute booty, 7-minute abs, 7-minute this, and then it turned into full classes on Zoom. I was doing those 5 times a week, and then it turned into park workouts, which is exciting now, and everyone's just excited to like not be in their living room.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I do 5 a week. And it's great. I do 1 on Zoom a week. I do 5 in the park a week, or sorry, 4 in the park a week.
At Canoe Landing, right?
I kind of switch it up. It's like Canoe Landing is great because the turf is there, but it's so busy at that park.
Yeah.
Like I have to get there
Yes.
a full hour before my classes if I want to do it there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because they have
Is
like
there-
half of people playing soccer too, right?
Half is soccer, and then like I feel like there's so many like
Every
group,
fitness instructor
every
is,
fitness
like-
instructor or like gym. There's a bunch of other gyms there, so it's busy, and I have to get there. I have like at the beginning I had only 9 because you were only allowed to do 10, and then now I have still wanted to keep it small, so I max do 15, but still a pretty big group, so I need room. So I go an hour early with my pylons and like
Block the area
block
off.
my space. I'm sitting there by
watching
myself for an
people.
hour. Everyone's like, "Who's this asshole that just took up like half the grass?" I'm like, yeah. I'll be over here.
Do the
Don't
prep
come in
work,
my
do the
way.
prep work.
Yeah. So yeah. And my mom got very excited for my first week. My mom and my grandma, and they were like, "We're gonna like make you towels and water bottles." Like showed up at my house with like a box of like merch. I was like, okay, you're bored at the house when, but also like,
No, that's awesome.
Love you, mom. Love you,
Huge
Graham.
shout out. And
Thank
you know the
you.
moms are listening to this one.
Oh,
Big
for
shout
sure.
out.
Oh,
Big
for
shout
sure.
out.
That's something like our moms would do too, though.
For sure.
Like if
Got
I
very
had like
excited.
Ricky Beans or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
My
Ricky
mom, shout out
Beans.
to my mom. Like, honestly, she
Shout out to
tags
all
me
the
in
moms.
my mom, any contest on Instagram, my mom tags me. It's like, oh, who wants to win this trip? It's like, me and George, dude. I was like, thanks, mom.
Thanks,
Love
mom.
It's like, I'm like, half the stuff I was like, Mom, what is this? She's like, I don't know, I want to win. I was like, okay, cool, tag me.
My family is like on Instagram. If I don't story for like 3 hours, my whole family thinks I'm dead. They're like,
MIA.
"Hey, is everything okay?" And I'm like, "Everything's great. Like, what's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, well, just like you haven't posted anything on your story."
Sorry, my phone died.
I'm good. just taking a day off. Like we're good.
Do you still do the 7-minute arm stuff?
So now I do it once a week. Just like once everyone went, it was pretty crazy though, because I was doing it 7 days a week, and my numbers were like, not bragging, but it was like I was getting like 150, 200 people
That's a
for my
lot.
7-minute arm series. And then I was going on these like Lululemon, Nike, and seeing them have like guest trainers and have like 50 people. But it was like, I think for mine, it was like, it's so easy. You can be sitting at your desk. You can use cans. It's only 7 minutes. So it was like a really crazy, like it grew. It really took off. I had like SoulCycle people from like everywhere being like, I did a thing on my story one time being like, "Where are you doing Liver Beans from?" And it was like doing it from like London, doing it. I had some people doing it from the Philippines, doing it from all over. And it was just like,
That's
because it was
sick.
like people sitting at their desk all day. And it's not like you have to like get up and like have
Oh,
all this
7
equipment.
minutes,
It was
yeah.
like 7 minutes. We do a little like get some movement in, and
Yeah.
it just like,
It's really
was
smart.
really
Too. Like,
good.
everyone's got, I mean,
Yeah,
it's like
everyone
everyone's
can
got-
do it. You can
And
do
you can
7
still,
minutes.
7 minutes, you burn 100 calories or something. You feel good about yourself, right?
Exactly. And you can literally do it while you're sitting at your desk. Like I
Yeah.
made a joke being like, as long as you're not driving, like you could literally do it in your car. Like you could do it from anywhere. So
The
just
reason
like,
I asked you because my mom's she just had a double hip replacement.
Oh, man.
So
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's
Yes?
good.
Okay,
She's
good.
Shout
doing
out Elaine.
amazing.
Shout
Yeah,
out
big shout
Elaine,
You know
okay.
she listens.
100%.
So she's I literally just brought her weights up upstairs maybe like 2 weeks ago because we have like the
Well,
little tiny
give her
weights
my
downstairs.
IG.
Yeah, that's what she'll follow you for sure as soon as we release the episode.
Oh yeah, as soon as that's all.
I can't wait for the
like
family.
straight-
I can't wait for the family
She'll
follow.
comment.
All her
Okay,
workouts.
great. Get those
Yeah,
engagements up. Yeah.
She'll comment on everything too. Like she's as soon as you post a photo, she's like, oh, like hard eyes or something. Like,
Love it. Love to see it.
so
What's your plan with this stuff? Like, let's say post COVID.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of like the question of like,
are you just kind of going with the flow?
I'm kind
or?
of going with the flow right now. I feel like definitely now that SoulCycle's back up and running, I'm probably going to take a tiny step back. Not like just like less classes, but again, it works because we can do bigger groups now. So it's not really an issue. I feel like before I had to do like 4 or 5 because they were all filling. And it was like, well, I kind of want to get everyone in. This is awesome for me. I'm not really doing too much during the day. But definitely like, I mean, as we get into the winter months, you can't do park workouts anymore. So that's going to be one hurdle. And then the Zoom thing is great, but then it's
what
also
about,
like,
bonfire workouts.
well, wow. Like for
Workout.
heat or just for
Yeah, well,
like,
no, it's around. You
Dance
do
around
like
a fire? Like, what a random.
Working out. No,
Light
because
a
then it's
fire
warm.
at Canoe Landing? Like, what the hell?
Not in Canoe Landing, but you do somewhere crazy. Like
Probably
the
gonna do it at
beach.
a beach and doing a beach
beach,
workout's kind
yeah.
of. in the middle of winter. It's
I
kind
mean,
of
like
tough
we
place to do
could,
one.
we could maybe run with that idea once.
Just once tried out.
Sorry, we're getting
Just see a
this
bunch of
joke
crazy
yet.
people
Nobody's
just, like,
doing it.
jumping jacks around the
Well, 'cause
fire
it'd
at
be hot,
11 p.m.
It'd be hot, you know,
I didn't
and
mean to
plus
shit
it's
on that
nice
section.
fire in the background.
Okay.
And then you all chill, have
we
s'mores.
could do it. We could try it. Work out and then s'mores.
Just throwing out ideas here. No big deal. If you guys don't like him, shit.
Do whatever you want to
F
do.
myself, I guess.
Okay, we could maybe like work that in one time.
Sorry for cutting you off. Sorry.
No, it's just like it's crazy because like we don't know again like what does COVID mean? I feel like there's so many. I've had a bunch of like gyms reach out to me being like, what about bringing liver beans here? But then it's crazy because doing it on your own obviously has so many advantages of like, this is my own thing. I don't have to like split the profits with anyone. I don't have to like, you know what I mean? As opposed to like going to a gym and then like doing it a different way. So for now, the park workouts and the Zooms are like great, but I definitely feel like that's going to need to expand come the colder months when it's just like, because also in my apartment, there's not enough room to just be doing like these. Like I did it when I was quarantined for 2 weeks, but I had to like move my couch, move everything around for every class. So trying to figure out the next steps, but definitely going to stay online.
School gymnasiums are pretty cheap to rent.
Wow. Okay.
That is an interesting fact, though.
When I used to coach
Why do you know that? What have you been up to?
I coached little kids baseball, so either school gymnasiums or do you know like all nationalities have like a building.
Center.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So if you
Yeah.
We used to do our baseball practices in the winter at like the Polish community center. Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
There's one in Etobicoke. It's either Polish or Ukrainian.
Lakeshore, right here.
No, so it's
No,
not
isn't
the
it on
Polish one.
Kothra? There's one on Kothra, a Polish community center. They have a
Kothra-
bowling alley in there too.
No, this not
like
that.
Kothra
This
and
one-
Tompkin.
They have a bowling alley?
There's one I
some
can't remember. Maybe it's
Why
not
I know
Ukrainian,
this,
but
it's unclear.
There was one at I want to say Kipling, south of Eglinton, maybe like way south in Etobicoke. And we got to gym. I think we paid like not even like $30.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah,
It's
that's
not
great.
the secret, man.
Well, my party room in my building I can use
Oh, yeah?
as well because obviously it's not like I'm doing them on a Friday night, so it's fine. But it's just like figuring out if I'm gonna actually like I've had a couple companies that do like online streaming and stuff too, where they're like more of a like a legitimate platform where it'd be more of like renting a studio and having like a nice clean background kind of thing and going from there. So
Liver beans wall drop.
liver beans here we're getting it all. Ask my mom, she'll come with a backdrop. Like, good God,
Like that Instagram
Mom.
wall with like the logo.
Yeah. Like
People are gonna think it's like a green screen. It's like no, that's legit.
no, this is real. This is the real deal.
Yeah, your mom have like a fan like aiming it as you move.
Oh,
so, like,
yeah.
blow all that. Yeah.
Correct. She would be there doing
Taking
that.
background, the vlog in the background.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Moms are the best, man.
Yeah.
Moms are.
And
I'm a
grandmas.
And grandmas.
Shout out Gram.
Shout out grandma.
Shout out Grams.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, and Greek.
Yeah, yes. And
There you go.
what's your nationality? Sorry.
All the things. So my mom is Spanish, Hungarian, German, and my dad's Jamaican.
All right.
Wow.
Well, here she is, multicultural.
Do you speak any other languages?
No, I wish. I really wish. My mom speaks Spanish, and there's like weird videos of me being like 5 years old, like speaking it kind of, but then we stopped speaking it at the house, and now I know how to say like dos cerveza, por favor. Things that come in handy in life.
A couple
You go
drinks.
to like an all-inclusive. Everyone knows what to
Yeah.
say.
That's about the extent of my Spanish.
okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
What's the dream career or dream like?
Whoa.
I guess if it's in the fitness space or if it's not.
I feel like my like dream job has shifted a couple times, but then the way that life has progressed, it's kind of stayed. Like when I was younger, I wanted to be a broadcaster. That was like the dream, to be like a e-talk host or something. I always wanted to do that. Love being in front of the camera and like can talk to a wall. So
I'm
here
pumped
we
to ask
are.
our final questions too. After.
I'm scared.
Mine's gonna be a good one.
I bet she probably
Are
has
they
a
like
quick answer.
planned or are they like?
Yeah,
we
we have
always
two-
ask
we have two questions we ask at the
Okay.
end.
Oh God.
It's planned.
But I always wanted to
So
do
you've
the
never listened to the
broadcasting
full
thing.
episode?
Well, yeah, just go right to the end, just bing, bing, bang. But I always wanted to be a broadcaster, so that was for a while. And then I kind of like I loved traveling. When I after university, I went to Vancouver to visit my best friend for like a year and a half. And then when I got home, one of my girlfriends was going into a job interview for Air Canada, and she was like, "Come with me." Like she's like, "I feel like you'd be great at this. You love to travel. Like we can literally travel the world." Got the job. Thought I was going to do it for like 6 months. Did it for 5 years. Literally went everywhere, which was like amazing. But then I was kind of like, how do I put these things together? Which is also how interesting how like social media plays a role, where you're kind of like the like broadcaster on your own channel. You can kind of do whatever you want.
Now you're a vlogger,
the influencer
blogger,
life, where
yeah.
you can still travel but have an income, but then like, you know, have your own views and things that you share online and not be necessarily talking or working for someone else. I think like my dream job, whatever it is, has to be like remote. I feel like I'm never in one place for long, and I like to be on the go. So I feel like doing like the vlogs, doing like the influencer stuff, doing all that stuff, sorry, is like a really good way to be able to do all the things. Like I can do my like fitness stuff, I can do my like traveling, and I can be
kind of control your own narrative.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I was good.
I was gonna
Vlog?
No.
Okay.
Oh, the vlog.
The vlog.
As one vlogger to another. No, my vlogs are shit.
Well, you started.
I just started.
How do you find it?
I mean, again, I feel like it's like I always was like storying and doing all those things. So like it was very like
It was the next step.
natural, but the editing, I don't know how much you guys edit these before they actually go live.
Not much.
Yeah, so I didn't think so. But like
I've edited travel, like my own travel videos with the vlogs.
Right.
I made a
the
couple
editing,
TikToks.
it's hard, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just a lot of work. Like I did one on like a week in quarantine, and then I did like my whole like self isolation, like what that was like. But it's just a lot of like random
And
things.
shout out to Liv, who followed the 14-day isolation when she got back to Canada.
Yes, I did.
If you're not, please follow rules.
If
that
you're
the
not, you're an
government-
asshole.
Yeah.
You have to
Play
That's
along
true,
with the
that is true.
rules.
Just
Wear
do
a
it.
mask too.
Just do it.
Such a grouch.
Just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm like the opposite. Well, not as much anymore because now obviously like we talk on all these platforms.
Right,
and
right,
all that,
right.
But I was the opposite. The editing was easy for me.
Right.
It's like the talking, I would get nervous.
Right.
I would like be walking through a street, so that small cam. I used to carry the big camera.
Right.
that's recording us
Okay.
now.
I have one kind of like that.
Vacation
size.
George.
Yeah.
And I would carry that. And I would be
Vacation
like,
George.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I would get like, I honestly would get nervous. I would talk and like I would just like walk and talk, and my eyes would dart around, and I'd be like,
Right,
"People are gonna think
right.
I'm an idiot and I'm crazy."
I feel like
Now
I got
don't care if
over.
people think I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
It's
I feel like that's with
whatever.
age though. Like I feel like it's just like even with like when you want to like nail the perfect shot for Instagram, it's like someone's looking, someone, you know what I mean? You're just like,
Yeah.
okay, well I want this shot, so whatever. Like just
yeah.
tune it out for that. Like
Well, the way I look at it, 99.99% chance when you're traveling, these people are never going to see you ever
correct.
again.
They're never.
Yeah.
They will never.
And it's
see
like-
you
In
again.
my head, it's like I know them all.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Well,
call
that's
my
like in
friends and be like,
Toronto.
"What a
In
loser."
Toronto, doing things sometimes I feel silly because I'm like, someone's like,
Yeah.
someone I know is for sure around,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
also
Someone's
fuck it.
hating.
But
too.
also at the same time too, it's like people are gonna hate just to hate. Like,
Correct.
oh, that's so
Like,
basic.
whatever you're doing.
It's like you always
Yeah.
see like when there's a girl taking a picture at like a spot that everyone takes a picture. I was like, that's so basic. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Who-
For
well,
me, it's
also-
happy, but
yeah,
there's some
yeah.
that are there's
So-
some that are a little bit basic.
Wait, I
but-
live right beside Cali Love.
Yeah.
And my
Oh,
balcony-
I'm
my
guilty of a photo
balcony,
there.
Like
Woof.
basically, so my terrace looks right out
Those
to the
wings
Yeah,
around?
the
Oh my
wings.
God.
And I'm not kidding. Last summer when I moved in, I would just like casually sit out there on a Saturday
People-
morning.
great people
and
watching.
there's lineups, just
Oh, yeah.
steady lineup.
Oh, yeah.
Mind you, like I don't mind. Again, like if people go to Nashville, like their wings are notorious.
Right.
The Angel Wings in Nashville, like
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
a
yeah.
photo.
Nashville, the Pink Wall in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's another big one.
Yeah.
Any blue door in Santorini.
Correct. Wow.
Actually,
Or
no, it's the
Mykonos.
dome. It's the one dome in
Oh
Mykonos,
yeah.
yeah,
Or
oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
but
You would
yeah,
know.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Mad base. It makes me mad, but then
Yeah.
also
Whatever,
like
I take 'em
whatever.
too,
Now,
eh?
now, yeah, you're right.
Haters gonna hate.
Now I'm like, whatever. I realized like after this podcast, I listen to myself. I'm like, well, I'm dumb. Like I
No,
sound like an idiot.
yeah,
no,
same
I know
here,
what
my
you mean though.
boy.
Where you're like,
No, like we've talked about this before. There's so many times I'll talk and I'm like talking like this, and it just goes in a circle. I'm like, wait,
yeah,
what
like
was I gonna say?
what was my brain? Where was my
And-
brain
yeah.
going?
And then you
love
realize
that.
like, who cares? We're gonna be like,
Correct.
what? They're gonna listen to that one thing. People have
Like
bigger things to worry
everyone's gonna
about.
judge about something. So whether you're doing this or you're
Yeah.
doing that, someone somewhere is gonna have
Yeah,
an opinion.
yeah.
It's just like
The
oh,
best
fuck
is when you
off.
like you open your stats on Instagram, you see it's like 100 people have sent this out. Well, maybe
Oh,
more
I
for you
don't-
because you're more
it's
popular
rough.
than we are. But
It's rough though.
Sometimes-
I
I know
don't
sometimes
I
I
don't
see it
see
on
mine.
random things where I'm like, I wonder why someone sent this. But then other times, yeah, you're just like, who did it? Why'd they do it? What did
Yeah.
they?
like sometimes, yeah, like if you post like a thirsty pic, like I get it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Those are gonna get a lot of send out. But
Like
like,
thirst trap, as they
yeah,
call it.
yeah, as the young ones call
As
it.
the millennials
the
call
young
it.
ones are calling
Yeah, but
it.
there's sometimes like that's a normal picture. It's like why did for me like 50 people
I don't
send it
see
out? That's a
my-
lot.
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah,
that's-
for
to me,
sure.
that's a
Or
lot.
like stories too. Like sometimes it'll be like nothing, and I'm like, who sent this to someone and why?
Wait, you can see if people send stories.
Yes.
didn't
Well,
know.
I can. Like maybe like if you're set up as like a business account or whatever.
And we have business. I have a business.
Maybe you're
then
not that
you
popular,
can
buddy.
see-
It's not cool
Maybe no
enough.
one
Well,
cares
then
about
you
your
can-
story.
no, you
It's just not
can-
cool enough.
No one's sending them. No, you can
Yeah.
see though. Interesting.
So working remotely, does that involve like traveling or just being able to like control your own time? Like,
Well, definitely travel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big traveler over here.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, I was a flight attendant for like 5 years. Before that, I like traveled a ton, just like growing up, was always kind of on the go. And yeah, I feel like that's just like me. I'm never here for too long. Like, I feel like I literally booked a flight to Vancouver yesterday because I'm like, I need to leave. I need to like hike a mountain or like do something. Like and I've only been home for like a month and a half, but I'm just like never here for that long. Yeah. And so I just like being able to like hop around, and then like my boyfriend doesn't live here, so just being able to like go wherever is just like,
it's nice to be able to just pick up and go when you want.
Exactly.
On schedule.
Yeah.
How many countries have you been to, and what's your favorite?
27. I had a goal of hitting 20.
I'm so excited.
But I feel like I slowed down a bunch because my goal was to hit 25 before I turned 25. And on my 25th birthday, I hit my 25th country in Amsterdam, which was great. But then after that, I feel like now I've like just repeated trips. Not repeated trips, but I'm like, I've gone to Greece a bunch of times. I've been to Spain a bunch of times. I've been to, you know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, well, I've been here 10 times. So like, I feel like there was
every year, September, Labor Day weekend.
Right? There was a point where I was trying to get new countries, and now I'm like, I've kind of slowed down.
I know what I like, and I just want to repeat it.
I'm at that point now. Like, I know what I like, but I've repeated a lot of countries.
Me too. I also lived in Italy for 6 months, so that was fun. I was a nanny in Rome after university. Sick. Very random.
That's pretty. Was it
but again,
sick or like?
Yeah, it was sick, but it was also like, it was fun. But it's like,
were you like a nanny or a teacher nanny?
Yeah, a teacher nanny, like an au pair is the proper term. So it was great. Like, it was like the kids went to school during the day. I had the whole day off, and then I had weekends off. I had to like teach them English at night, which was like an hour each. I had 3 kids. It was like pretty
Were they
great.
Like little like devil children?
No, they were actually honestly really great.
Sick.
But I had a crazy cleaning lady who like the like live-in nanny who used to like also nanny the kids. I guess she like essentially lost a part of her pay when I started because she wasn't. Wow. So she used to like, the parents would be gone during the day and it would just be
like
us
Parasite
there.
Right here.
She would like throw my shit around my room. She would like, one time, and one of my girlfriends did it with me at the same time. My friend Megan, shout out Meg. And I used to film it and be like, this woman is insane. And then like the parents would be like, Maria said she didn't see you today. And I'd be like, this is a video I have of me making lunch and her throwing it in the sink. Like, she was insane.
Wait, she threw your lunch in the sink?
Yes, like I was cooking and she literally like came over and just like dumped it in the sink and then would just walk away, and I'd be like, and then she spoke no English. She would yell at me in Italian and I would just be like,
come on.
Right,
I can just picture this lady
right,
like comes over and like tips it over into the sink like petty.
Correct.
just stares at her and then walks away.
Yeah.
So anyways, lived in Italy for a little while. Love to travel. Love all things travel. So I just feel like I don't want to ever have to be
in one spot.
It's just like not the vibe.
Yeah. Has there ever been a trip where you've been on that you were like tired, so like I want to go home?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question. I feel
what
like
about you two both.
Yeah,
I
have.
I feel like I want to say no, but also I know there's definitely times where you're just like, I feel like it's always once you start the journey home where you're like, I'm ready to be home. But I don't think I've ever been on a trip. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. In Italy, when I was a nanny, I like quit the job
after she threw away your third meal of the day.
I was supposed to go home for Christmas and like come back, and I literally like quit, and it was like early. Like I came home beginning of December. I was like, get me the fuck out of here, because it was just like, there was just so many other factors. And then also like, obviously like Italy is amazing, but I don't speak Italian. So during the day, in theory, it's great to have every day and weekends off, but there's only so much that you can really do. My friend that was also doing it, she was like in Florence. So during the week we didn't see each other. So like, yes, I would walk around. Like first month it was great. Everything's exciting, but it's like, I have no friends here. And weekends, unless me and my friend were traveling together, which we would usually go somewhere on the weekends, it was like, I'm kind of lonely here. Like I don't speak Italian. I can't really make friends. If I had like a regular job where I was meeting other people that like were working with me, but it's like, I'm an au pair. I'm at this house kind of by myself. Chilling. So it just got kind of low. Like the first month was great. Second month was great. Third month was like, I'm kind of ready to go home. And then this woman is yelling
cool,
at.
like go to the cafes.
Yeah. It's
all day,
great at first.
Like, okay, like I'm by myself again.
Exactly. Yeah. So if I was to ever do an experience like living abroad again, I feel like it would either have to be like where they speak English or somebody was like, I went with someone.
Yeah.
But it's weird because a lot of Italians, like especially around our age, and when did you go? When you were younger? So after school or something? Mm-hmm. So in your early 20s, a lot of people do speak English.
For sure, but I was never really in situations to meet people like that because I'm not going like out at night by myself.
Yeah.
I'm not going. So
You're
like,
not
where am I meeting these people? Because during the day, if I'm sitting at a cafe working, I'm not just gonna be like, hey,
you ever seen
know what
Taken?
I mean? Yeah, correct. Woof.
Yeah.
Yeah. George, what about you?
I was in. There's only
what's
one
the trip?
country I've ever been to that I did not or one city that I did not really.
Where?
Like. Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur.
Okay, I never.
But I also went to Georgetown in Malaysia, which is one of the coolest places I've ever been.
Right.
But Kuala Lumpur was like a really, I don't know, it's like a very eclectic. It's like it's like a knockoff Bangkok. It's weird. And I was like,
Okay.
and at that time I was like 3 months into my trip or something, and I was like, I kind of wish I was home. It was around the time of Thanksgiving, and I kind of missed the family. And the only time was like when I had my like long 13-month trip. By the end of it, I was like, fuck it.
Well, that's
this is
so I've never been on a
exhausting.
trip like that. So I feel like
Yeah.
that would be something where I'm like, I'm ready
Yeah.
to come home.
At certain points, I'll naturally just get like, I wish I was
Yeah,
home.
yeah,
But
yeah.
then there's other points where you're like, I never want to go home. Like,
Yes.
this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I've never been somewhere that I really hated. Never, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
Yeah.
I have places that I maybe wouldn't go back, but I don't think I've ever been somewhere where I'm like, I hate it here.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think I'd go back to every single place I've ever been.
I can ask your favorite, but I feel like I know the
No,
answer.
everyone knows
What's
my
your
favorite.
favorite?
Ibiza. That was my favorite place on
Okay,
earth.
party boy over
Second
here.
favorite place is probably Barcelona.
Yeah, I love Barcelona.
Then like Spain is hands down my favorite country in the world.
I really
I
like
think
Then you have
same.
like Hvar is
Spain
my second favorite island.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mykonos third favorite island.
so
Like,
basic.
yeah, you're
man.
all the parties,
Literally.
Ibiza, Hvar, Mykonos. I'm like, I see it. I see
Yeah.
it.
If I go to, if we joked about going to Europe, if we were thinking about going to either Bali or Europe for my birthday this
Yeah.
year. I
When's
turned
your
30.
birthday?
I turned 30 next month.
Wow.
And we said like maybe we just go for, if they get rid of the quarantine, the
That's
14-day
that's the
quarantine.
thing that
we
sucks.
said like
It's
we're
just
gonna
that.
literally fly to Mykonos for 4 days, Ibiza for 4
Yeah.
days, home.
Yeah.
It would have been exhausting.
How do you guys feel about travel right now? Like with COVID?
If I didn't have to quarantine, I'd
yeah,
go. I would
same.
have been.
I'm
on the
right.
whole, I would have spent my whole summer in Greece.
I'm the exact same
Yeah.
way. If I
That's
didn't,
the
You
only
would have
thing
spent
is,
if
like-
you would have spent the whole summer. Why wouldn't you have gone just to go for like the summer and then come back and do your 2 weeks and like?
I probably could have, but I just
the
in
podcast,
general-
hello.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I probably would have been like, I'm good. I could put it on hold. 'Cause I spent the summer in Greece that year. I was
The
traveling.
Pal podcast.
Just
Hosted
Rick,
by-
I'm like,
hosted by
God.
Rick.
Rick hanging out by myself. So
No. Have it there and have it abroad, and then you fly the guests in. I would love to be flown to Greece to do the
How much money do
podcast.
you think we make doing this thing? Okay, if we make it big time, we're gonna do it out of Greece.
Great! I can't wait. You
Just
will
fly
have to have
people
me
out.
on the podcast
We'll,
again. So this one has to have great ratings, so they
This
bring
one's
me
gonna-
back.
This one, people, this is some big energy. This is
Big
this is a good one.
energy for sure.
Yeah, no, we didn't go because of this, and then some other stuff we're working on. Some top secret projects. We can't say what yet, but
Ooh.
some super top secret stuff.
Okay.
Today's a big day, but we can't announce it yet. But
Mind you, this episode's released in 2 weeks anyway, so it's like
so it might be announced by
might be
then.
announced by then. Hey, check our socials.
Yeah. Where's your favorite place you've ever been?
I feel like Spain is like up there. My best friend, her family has a house in Mallorca.
I feel like you have so many best friends.
I have a group of girls. There's 7 of us.
Well, no, and
So-
Austin.
Wait.
Or
And
who's the dude
Austin,
in
I
New York?
got-
Why do I feel like I know
Cam.
the person who's in Mallorca?
Fabienne,
No, that I know someone else.
Fab Gordon,
No. Oh,
Fabi.
she worked at
Fabi?
media.
Yes.
I know. Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
my sister knows.
Yes,
her or
yes,
something.
yes,
'Cause I
yes,
saw
yes, yes.
a couple summers ago there at this.
So we
sick
all
place
go.
in
We go.
Mallorca.
They have a like gorgeous house. It's like at the highest like peak that you can have real estate in Mallorca. So once you're up there, you can see you have no neighbors. You can see like the entire island.
goals.
I remember seeing
And
this.
we go every other year as a group, and there's like 14 of us. It's like the 7 girls, whatever boyfriends can come, and like 2 of our best guy friends. We go every other year, and it's
That's
like
sick.
my favorite place in the world.
Yeah.
It's just like amazing, and it's just like a huge group. We go for 2 weeks, which is like insanity. Just
Yeah, it's just nonstop go.
Is there, hey, but there's no Soul Cycle out there.
no, it's,
Not yet.
I get a break when I'm out there.
Not
No
yet.
bikes
You
for
need a vacation
me.
at some point.
No bikes
you
for
said
me.
13 classes a week, no days off, 365.
Oh wow, brought that back.
Calling me out. Okay.
But see, we had a different experience in America. I didn't like. It was fun, but
Well, because
Oh
it's
my-
also
it
typically
rained. It
it's also
rained
typically
3
like
days in a row.
people retire there. People, it's not
yeah.
really like a like
Parties,
when
like,
people
or
when people
go.
ask me like should I go? I'm like I mean like yes because there's so many like amazing like hikes and like
Yeah.
but it's not your typical place to go. I don't know that I would have like just gone if it wasn't for my friend having a house there, right?
Yeah.
but
So
it's
makes it
yeah.
super
Yeah, we
convenient.
got screwed. It rained. I think we were there for 2.5
we
days.
were also there
it rained.
in like
Right, that's
early
rough.
or mid September, or no, we were there late September.
No, it was early September.
Really?
Early
And
to
you didn't
mid,
have
like
good
September
weather. I feel
10th.
like
No, it
it's
was my
still-
birthday. It was literally my birthday.
I feel like the weather is still usually nice there at that time.
Oh, you're right.
It was my birthday, so it was the
it
beginning
would
of Earth.
rain 2 days. Because every time I see Mallorca, I'm like, this place looks sick, and I love. Aside from Greece, Spain's probably my second
yeah.
favorite place.
Yes, correct.
I was.
Ecstasy
yeah, it wasn't like
in
super
motion.
crazy.
Whoa.
Menage, Wednesday Menage.
It's going on Soul.
Way
That's a
back
Soul
playbacks.
playlist.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, it was. I definitely.
Yeah,
love that.
throw that on the playlist.
Yeah. Wait,
Well,
we
here
never
we go.
answered. Oh, we answered.
We gave you too many good songs.
Okay, wait. What was the question? What were we going to say? And wait, Spain. I think Spain is my favorite.
Yeah,
or
for
Italy. I don't know. I really love Italy. I also really love
the
Greece.
pizza
Like
and
it's like
pasta.
I don't know. They're all great. They all have
All this Italy
perks.
talk. I'm definitely ordering pizza tonight.
Heck
Same,
yeah.
same.
dude,
I'll
that's
send
the
you a
best
pic of my
pizza.
pizza nova when I get home.
Okay.
Is it leftovers or you ordering it fresh?
Fresh.
Okay.
There's never leftovers.
No, but
there
Pizza
is
Nova,
never
Pizza
leftovers.
Nova, honestly, sometimes their pizza's better leftover. Like the next day in the
Really?
microwave.
I wish I
Oh.
could get to being leftovers, but
Oh,
it's
heck
usually
yeah.
there. And
Yeah, I
then
have this
it's
thing where I
usually-
can't, like, if I get anything pizza or takeout or fast food, it's like, even if I look at it, I'm like, I'm disgusted. I can't, I just.
Correct.
finish
Yeah,
it. Can't-
I'm
like,
disgusting. I
no
couldn't
self-control.
possibly. And then it's like, but I could, and I will, and give me 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and,
you need like one slice or two slices. What a waste.
No, what a
It's
waste.
of fridge space.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to
I'll
do
keep
it.
it.
Yeah. Fuck. Now I'm so hungry. I really gotta eat something.
We fucked
all
up
right.
here.
Okay, we'll
We're gonna,
live.
are we gonna ask the question?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
So this is the
scared.
point of the. No, don't be scared. This is the point where we usually start to wrap up. But we want to say, Liv, it's been amazing having you on the podcast.
Thank you for
Such
having
great
me,
energy.
guys.
We are definitely
Great
going to come to
energy.
Soul Cycle
You
and
have
check
to.
it out.
Yeah.
We're holding them accountable. They have to follow up
100%.
Shout
my
out.
vlog. You guys
Yeah.
on the bike, front row, not missing a beat. And
Not missing a beat.
Honestly, I'm down to go whenever. I'll go kill it.
Great.
Well,
I can't.
I'm not a
I
morning guy though. I
can't wait.
it's
Can't
morning
wait.
to
It's
shut
better
up.
in the morning. It's
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
know. I feel like it's great at night. I do a 5:30,
Oh.
6:30 every Tuesday and Thursday. So
Tough. Well, we'll figure something out.
we'll figure it out. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
front
figure
row.
it out.
Yeah.
Front row. I'll be front and
Front
center.
row.
But again, thank you so much for coming on. So we have again 2 questions we always ask
Okay.
every guest. If there was a movie about your life, who would you want to star as you?
Whoa. I don't know. Who would I want? Like,
Very few people
Could
have
be
answered it right
anybody
off
in
the
the history
bat.
of all of cinema ever.
It doesn't even need to be an actor, an actress.
well, I just feel like, I mean, if it was a movie about my life and it was like silly and witty and funny, like I'd want like Kate Hudson or something, because she's just like, I love her, and like I've used
Is that
and
How
I,
to Lose a Guy in 20
yeah,
Days,
that's
right?
my favorite movie
Yo.
of all time.
Johnny, something crazy.
Okay, wait,
First
stop.
date I
Literally,
ever-
that's my
first
favorite
date
movie
I
ever.
ever went on in my life.
Wow.
I went to that movie.
Wait, really? Because I feel like I was like
Foreshadow.
eight.
I was in
I
grade
feel like I was
7,
like
I
8
think.
years old. Okay, yeah, because I was
Yeah,
like, I feel like I was
grade
like
6 or
8 or 9,
7.
and I went with my grandma, and I remember like laughing so hard.
Yeah.
And then also like, remember like J14, like the magazine? Like those
I
like teen
get it.
magazines.
yeah.
Kate Hudson
Girls
had
used to
my
cut them
birthday.
out.
That was my favorite movie when I was younger. And then like Kate Hudson has the same birthday as me, and I was like, wow, like, we're like so meant to be. Like, she's my favorite. Like, and so I just like used to love her then. She's just like
Alright, Kate-
witty,
nobody-
and like her
nobody's
mom
gave us
Goldie
Kate
Hawn.
Hudson.
Like, she's just like funny, but then also like maybe like J-Lo, just because like I hope that like that's what I look like as I age. So like maybe she could like be my like.
Okay, so we have Kate Hudson and J-Lo. I like
I don't know though. I feel like those aren't like great.
You-
like
you can
not
give us a third.
Not
You can give us a
knocking
third.
into it. They're not like the most amazing.
Kate Hudson's gonna hear this and be offended. Switch to J-Lo.
actresses. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely like better people. I always get that I sound like Emma Stone, which is like a weird thing.
I
People
just heard that as you said Emma
People
Stone.
used to
I could
always
kinda
be like,
hear
you know
it.
who you remind me of? Emma Stone. And I would like Google her and be like,
I could hear
this
it, yeah.
can't be the same person. There's no way. But it's like our mannerisms and the way that we
Definitely hear
talk
that.
and
If I
like
don't look at you, I can second
things. I
picture
get it all
now.
like way too often, but I used to get it when I was younger, and it would
Yeah,
be
I
like
can hear it.
it would be like you remind me of her, and I'd be like, she's
Wait,
ginger, she's
she was-
pale, I'm
wait,
confused.
When you were younger, I feel like she's only been around.
No, but I
for,
mean like 5,
She's been
6
around
years.
for a while.
No, like maybe like 8,
Yeah.
9 years ago, I would get it all the time, and I'd be like, she's like ginger and
Actually, I guess
pale, and I'm
Superbad
confused.
was like 10 years ago now, probably.
Longer than that for sure.
That movie is still sick.
I just watched
Still
it the
great,
other day.
great movie,
Great.
fantastic
I think I was
movie.
with you.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay, last question.
Okay.
If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Oh wow. I feel like, I mean,
See, this is going around.
no,
Hope you
I
catch
feel-
yourself.
I feel like just like this sounds so cheesy, but like living your life. I feel like so many things and like COVID, all these things happen and your plan gets thrown. Like nothing's ever going to go as you plan it, and to not like stress when things aren't going as planned. Like I feel like that's just like the advice like of all time for me and like how I live my life. I would say just like shit doesn't go the way it's supposed to, and like don't stress. Just like live your life. Do the things you want to do when you want to
Live
do
your
them.
life.
Live.
That's a good. That is
But just
a good
like living in the moment,
TM.
and like if something feels good, like go with it, and like if you don't want to do something, don't fucking do it, and just like be in the moment and like live your life.
Live your hashtag. Live your life.
Live your
That's
life.
That's
Yeah.
honestly, that's good advice. Very good
Yeah.
I
advice.
like it.
Yeah.
Liv, if people want to find out more about you, Soul Cycle,
Liver beans, the vlog,
All
everything.
the
all about your
things.
life, where can they go?
At Liv Mcilkenny, you won't be able
Spell
to
it
spell
out.
my last name. Liv, Liv Mcilkenny, a little orange bikini. It's there. You'll find it. A little clickbait right there. Oh,
Don't worry. We'll share all the socials on YouTube, the vlogs.
YouTube, the
same
vlog,
thing.
everything's there. Same name. It's
All right. Well,
I'm
we'll share
there.
everything. And then anything else before we wrap up?
I don't know. What are your words to live by? If you had, I want to know the answer for you guys. If you had advice, throwing it back.
So
at you.
we've actually said ours on previous podcasts. Mine was I would take as good of care of my mental health as I do my physical health.
Right. Yeah, that's
I
really
think
important.
I take I'm pretty serious about the gym and
Yeah.
like not watching what I eat per se, but I work out a lot. I'm always conscious about what I'm doing.
Right.
But when I was younger, I never took care of my mental health, and
Right,
not
right,
maybe
right.
until maybe 2 years ago did I
Yeah.
actually start paying attention to that. So that was one thing that I would.
That's
tell.
a
That was
really
my
good
answer
one.
I gave when we asked each other.
Yeah.
Mine's actually probably changed since we gave it. I was
Well,
just
give
well,
us- give us
share
some
it with
answers.
us.
Don't be afraid of failure or rejection.
Yes, that's a huge one.
Because it
Huge,
stops
huge,
you from
huge.
doing a lot of things. And
For
I said,
sure.
like, I changed my mindset in 2020 that I'm like, even if I don't have a plan, I used to be like, I'd plan and plan and wait
Right.
and wait till it's perfect, then
Right.
jump in.
So a little bit of my advice there.
Just jump in. Who
like, jump
cares?
in,
You figure it
yeah.
out on the way.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain things you gotta like figure out
Easier
a little
way.
bit. Yeah, easier way in.
Man,
You
that
know,
goes
but-
to what my thing when I always my thing I live by.
Yeah.
Which is
So when at the end of the day, do what you want, like F everybody else, because when
Correct.
you go to bed at night and you close your eyes, who are you with?
yeah. I mean,
By yourself.
yeah.
That's it.
True, but that's more so just being happy with yourself. I'm talking about just don't be as afraid of what's
Yeah,
gonna happen.
with
in the
ideas
unknown.
and
don't be
without-
scared of the
Yeah, yeah,
unknown.
yeah.
Don't be scared of exact ideas.
Yeah.
Are the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Jump in.
But yeah, no, don't be afraid of failure. That's my advice to myself as a kid.
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love
wow.
it. Well, again, Liv, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming
for
on. It's
having
been a
me.
blast.
So great hanging with you guys tonight.
It has
this
been.
was
It
really
has been.
fun.
So
Great
again,
time.
subscribe if you made it this far.
Like and subscribe.
Subscribe to Liv. You're way popular than us even on YouTube too.
Am I? Well,
She's a modest
wow.
blood.
On
No.
YouTube?
Yeah. Well, we just started
It's
YouTube.
hard, man. It's
It
really, really
honestly
hard. Like, I
is.
feel like if I got Instagram tomorrow and had to start fresh, like, same thing. It's hard to,
Yeah.
like, grow. And, like, you think you have, like, you know, people on Instagram and stuff, and then you get YouTube and you're
Yeah.
like, follow me. And
So
it's
one
hard.
thing actually, just like one thing I did recently. So I started doing like videos for my running that I'm training for.
Right.
So I was like, I'm gonna make these like they're short. I'll make them easy. So I
Yeah.
didn't actually put them on YouTube because I was thinking about it. I was like, will people actually like? Am I popular enough that people are gonna click once on
Right.
the thing, go to my bio, then go to YouTube? So I just put them all on
Right.
IGTV.
Right.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
People like when you're teaching them.
You're not as popular as her. That's
No, I'm not. But eliminate. I'm saying
I'm just
eliminate the
and
friction.
to go back to
teasing,
the
buddy.
original point of, you know, me being more.
But yeah, subscribe, leave us a review, all that fun stuff. Signing off, pals.
Peace.
You like to drink and to smoke to take away the pain. And I don't remember all of my mistakes and every high. Got a